How are you guys doing? Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, I am going to preview the play-in round for the 2022 playoffs. As we are entering this round, there are 10 teams that are left in both the East and Western Conference, as 6 teams in both conferences have already clinched for sure playoff spots. What this round is going to do is going to decide which of the bottom 4 teams is going to make those last 2 spots in each conference to go on to the next round, and I'm actually going to explain them as I go. So first, in each conference, they're going to have their 7 and 8 seed face off against one another. The winner of that matchup is going to face off against the 2 seeds in the playoffs. The loser of that matchup is going to face off against the winner of each conference's 9-10 game, as the winner of that third matchup within each conference is going to determine who's going to get the 8th seed going into the playoffs. So with that said, I'm actually going to preview these matchups that are coming up. Taking a look at what's going on today. Today are going to be the 7th and 8th place matchups that determine who will face off against the 2 seeds in their playoff matchups. Starting off first with the East Coast, or with the Eastern Conference. Their 7-8 matchup will see the 7-seed Brooklyn Nets host the 8-seed Cleveland Cavaliers. They both finish with the same record. They both finish at 44-38, as the Nets would finish with the advantage over the Cleveland Cavaliers on the year, as they had a better conference record. Nets ended the year on a 4-game winning streak. Cavaliers would go end the season winning 3 of their last 10. But the winner of this matchup will face off against the 2-seed Boston Celtics in the playoffs. And then looking at what's going to happen right after that, the 7-8 matchup in the Western Conference. We'll see the 7-seed Minnesota Timberwolves host the 8-seed Los Angeles Clippers for a chance to face off against the 2-seed Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Minnesota Timberwolves finished 4 games ahead of the Clippers with a 46-36 record. As the Clippers finished 42-40. The Timberwolves ended their season losing 6 of their last 10. Clippers ended their season on a 5-game winning streak, tied with the Warriors for the longest winning streak to end the season. But of course, the winner of this matchup will face off against Memphis, and the loser will face off against the winner of San Antonio and New Orleans. But those are going to be the first matchups. After today, there will be no teams that are eliminated per se. But taking a look at what's happening tomorrow in the 9-10 matchups, starting off with the Eastern Conference matchup on ESPN, the 9-seed Atlanta Hawks are going to host the 10-seed Charlotte Hornets to see who's going to be facing off against the loser of the 7-8 matchup between the Cavaliers and the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at how these 2 teams got in here, they were the Atlanta Hawks and the Hornets would both enter the playoffs with a 43-39 record, as they both ended their season with wins. The Hornets ended theirs on a 3-game winning streak. The winner of this matchup, like I said, will play the winner of 7-8, but the loser of this matchup will be the first team that's eliminated from the playoffs this year. And then immediately following that at 9:30 on ESPN, the 9-seed New Orleans Pelicans in the West are going to host the 10-seed San Antonio Spurs. The winner of this matchup will face off against the loser between Minnesota and LA, and the winner of that third matchup will try to see if they can face off against the 1-seed Suns in the playoffs. New Orleans comes into this round having finished with 2 more wins than the San Antonio Spurs at the end of the year. So those are going to be the games there. There are going to be no games scheduled for Thursday, as the 8-seed games for both the East and the West Coast Conference will be on Friday. And once all of these matchups are done and we have 16 teams left in the playoff picture, I will come back for a preview for the first round of the playoffs. But I do want to thank everyone for following along this season. I want to thank the NBA and ESPN websites for giving me all the facts and figures that I need. And once all of today's exhibitions and matchups are done, I'm going to come back tomorrow on Wednesday, April 13th. And also, like I said, because we are in a playoff run, I am going to preview every single round of this, as I imagine by the time I get to the championship, I should be caught up with my YouTube channel. But with that said, I want to thank everyone for listening. I do hope all is well, and I will catch you with more. This is The Elite. I'm James Sims, and thanks for listening, and I appreciate all your patience. I'll catch you with more tomorrow. Thanks for listening to my piece. Peace out.